Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sassy. I am a 5-year third grade teacher here in Georgia, and this is going to be my summer. Hey guys, my name is Sassy. I am a 5th-year third grade teacher here in Georgia, and welcome to my summer series. Yay! So, as you all know, we have been quarantined for at least 3 months, from like March to May-ish. And because I live in Georgia, they opened the state back up in the middle of May, and they haven't closed it back. Unlike, like California. Well, California never opened, but Florida and all those other places, we've just been open. But I have been practicing social distancing, been wearing my mask, and anytime I feel sick, I'm making hot lemon tea and drinking drinking cough syrup just so I don't catch the cold or anything like that. But yeah, I've been keeping myself safe and healthy. But I know that June was a lot. I took June off purposefully, not because of what was happening. At first, it wasn't because of what was happening in our country. I just knew I had to take a break from all things teacher, because I started back to school. Yes, I am in grad school, and I am in grad school, and I took the spring semester off. I started last fall. I took the spring semester off because I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared for what was happening. But I took the spring semester off, and now I'm back in the summer semester, and I knew I needed to get back in the groove, so I knew I had to take June off. Plus, I need a mental break from teaching like we all do. So I try not to watch too many teaching YouTube videos. I try not to do any reading or Pinterest looking. But now that July is here, I'm full force. Also in June, we all know what happened in our country. George Floyd was killed after we had just experienced the killing of Breonna Taylor, the murder of Breonna Taylor, and the murder of Ahmaud Arbery, and that took a toll on me as well. I really, really, really wanted to make a video, and the reason I didn't was because I didn't know what to say. I still don't know what to say. All I know is being black and being a woman in America is one of the hardest things. And I feel that well, let me just speak for myself. I take on a lot of the emotions that's thrown at black people, and it makes me very angry. It makes me very angry because growing up, excuse me, in a time where I was told like you can do anything, and being shown all these clips of the civil rights movement and slavery, and now being taught that we all have equal rights and everything. I just cannot wrap my head around why we're still fighting some of the same fights that they were fighting 50, 60 years ago. And it's just hard for me to just wrap my head around. I have always known that racism still exists. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I grew up in the South, so I know. However, I have not been, because I think with the internet, it's been put in my face a lot more as an adult, in college and as an adult. I experienced probably racism once in high school, and it wasn't directed towards me. It was actually directed towards a t-shirt that I had on, which had President Obama on it, and somebody said, "I like your Curious George t-shirt," and that just threw me for a loop. And thank goodness my mom kind of told me like the different racial slurs, because we all know the typical ones, but like being called a monkey and things like that. And even when she told me that, I was like, why would they call us a monkey? We're people, we just have different skin tone. But yeah, so thank goodness I had the mom that I had. She taught me a lot of things before I had to face it. So I say all that to say that also as an educator, I can't sit here and be silent, because I do teach black children, black and brown children. That is the population of my school, and I consider myself an advocate, and I am an advocate for black people. The name of my YouTube channel is The Melanated Educator, and my Instagram, The Melanated Educator. I cannot sit here and just be quiet. Even though it has taken me a month, I had to get my personal feelings in check before I say anything. Because I would have been on here crying, and I still feel the tears like at bay, but I've been on here crying. I've been on here saying words that I shouldn't as an educator. But I want to say that as an educator, I feel that you have to speak up and you have to do something, because I doubt that unless you teach at a private institution or a private institution, you may not encounter a black child. And you should have a problem with that as an educator. And depending on where you teach, if you teach somewhere rural where the population is white, you may not encounter a black child. But I feel like as educators, we have to speak up for children, period. And because we are the first like models that they have besides celebrities and their parents. Like, we are some of the first people. Like, think about a teacher that you had and you at one point looked up to that person and you thought that they were the right person to look up to when you grow up. That's how you want to be, and you want to be that person. Like, why did we start teaching, right? So I have to speak up for my students, and I have to be an advocate for my students, and help them through this time, even though, you know, we're not physically in school. It's summertime. Normally we don't have contact with them. This is a time that they're going through, and I know I've had those tough conversations with my students about what's going on in the world and how they should maneuver as black children. So, but yeah, I just think that we should be talking about this even in the classroom. I know somebody came to me and was like, because in June I did watch The Hate You Give again, and I was crying, boo-hoo crying like I had never seen it again. Like I've never seen it, period. But somebody was like, why wouldn't you show that to your students? Well, first of all, I teach third grade. That's it. But I teach third grade, and it's violence in there. You literally see the young man get shot and killed, and you see him fall to the ground. That's very tough for a child to see. But I think we should be having those conversations no matter what age, and they should be tailored to their age group. Now, I probably wouldn't talk to them about, I probably wouldn't let them see The Hate You Give, but we may have a conversation about their feelings about what's going on right now. And because they need to know, I had conversations with my mom at a young age about how to maneuver as a black child. But yeah, anyway, let me get off my soapbox. So yeah, I took a break from Everything Teacher because of what was going on in June. And I just took my time for myself, which I already knew I needed to do because this year has been very stressful pre-COVID-19. And so yeah, I had to take some time. I already knew in like January I was going to take some time for me this summer. I didn't work. Like, I know last year I was working, and you all see those videos. I was working and doing the teacher thing, but I didn't do that this year. And it was still the enrichment program is still open. They're just doing it virtually. But I told the director in January I wasn't gonna be able to do it. Yeah. So, but what I have been doing, I've been doing a lot of watching TV, watching movies. I've been working out and trying to figure out what to do to keep my body healthy or to get my body healthy because my eating habits have been terrible. So I'm trying to change things. I'm now on the keto. I'm doing keto and working out, which I've started to like keto. I mean, I never didn't like it. Like, when I first started trying it, I actually really do like it. The food that I'm eating is so good. It's so tasty. And I do eat a lot of bread and pasta, but recently I haven't been eating a lot of bread. Like, if I do eat bread, it's like because I go to Chick-fil-A or Wendy's or something and buy a burger or a Chick-fil-A sandwich or something like that. But I haven't been eating out that much, so my bread cravings haven't been that bad. But yeah, so I've been doing that. I've been focusing on my apartment, trying to make it more homey and feel comfortable for me. I am now trying a personal project of mine is I'm making a balcony couch. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, so I wanted to do this video because I did say in July I was going to start my videos back up. I want to get a couple of videos out of a summer series. So today, also, like I said, I've been in grad school, so I will be doing grad homework. But I do want to start back up my teacher projects. So I will be pulling my bullet journal out. I haven't seen that bullet journal since May, but I'm going to pull that out and get started on some of those projects that I planned on doing. Y'all, I know I said I was going to do a lot of reading. I haven't read anything, and that's partially because I am in school, and I've been doing a lot of reading for those classes, which is like 4 or 5 chapters each week. I can't read that much. I'm sorry. I can, but I prefer not to. But yeah, so right now I'm about to make some lunch, and then I am going to get started on grad homework and some projects. All right, check in with y'all later. Hey guys, all right, so I know I'm just checking in. It's been a minute. It's now 5 o'clock. But I had a couple errands I had to run. I had to go to the bank, and then I had to have a conference meeting with my professor. And after the conference meeting, I ran to the stores. I first went to Michael's, and as you can see, I'm at Dollar Tree right now. But Michael's has a sale on their iris photo boxes, and I'm using that for my centers. I mean, I don't know if we're going to be in school or not, but it's always good to be prepared just in case. So I went and grabbed a couple of those. I know I have some at the school, but I don't know how many I have, and yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I grabbed some of those photo boxes, and they're gonna help me prep my math centers that I got from Not So FAB Teacher, which when I start prepping them, I'll link those centers in my description. But now I'm on my way home, about to finish some homework and maybe prep some things. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe print some things out. I'll definitely do that. All right. So check in with y'all later. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Today's Friday, July 3rd. And I am just now waking up. As you can see the time, it is 11:35, and I kind of normally wake up around this time, but yesterday I stayed up really late, like early this. Okay, I had to switch locations because my arm was hurting and it was becoming too much holding my phone. But anyway, I stayed up really late last night. Like, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning when I finally went to bed. So I am starting off of 5 hours of sleep, but I have to get up because I have to finish my grad work. And then, but you're never really finished with grad work, are you? But I gotta finish my grad work, and I want to do work on some of my projects that I have planned. But first I'm gonna fix some breakfast, and then I'll check back in with you all. Okay, y'all. So I have just finished lunch. It is now 12:40. It's been an hour. So I'm about to run some errands, and then I will get started on my projects for today. All right, guys, as you can see, the bullet journal is back. And I have added a new tab. So I've been using these little Happy Planner sticker tabs, and I added a new tab for summer 2020. All I have right now is a to-do list, and I've just added some stickers, some little cactus stickers on here. Make it look really cute.
We're cute. But this is what I need to do before school starts back. I'm hoping that there's nothing extra. I know there's more, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to add more, but this is what I have to do so far. So I'm about to get started on what I have to do today.
Also, right before I started doing this, my mom did call me on my grad school work. So that was a stressful hour, trying to make sure that I'm writing. Like, one thing about me is I'm very self conscious about my writing. I wouldn't consider myself the best writer, especially academic writing. And that's why I get really nervous when it comes time for me to teach writing. Um, and so I don't know, like I either skip over it or I have like very like a script, like don't veer from the script because I want to create better writers, but I don't know how to teach them, partially because I don't even know how to do it. And like I know with like math, I do the work first to make sure I know how to do it, and then I teach it to them exactly how I did it. So that's easier for me rather than something that I don't feel confident in, and so it transfers over to my teaching. So, but yeah, my mom is reading over my writing, and I had to rework some things, and it just stressed me out because she was like, "No, do this," and it was a very stressful time. I had to pause and eat and take a sip, and as I'm working. So I'm gonna get back to cutting and punching holes and ringing things.